So guys, I have a RGB LED light strip in my cabinet, and it can either be turned on or off via a remote that it came with, or by unplugging it and plugging it in. However, that's not the most convenient method, and I'd like for it to turn on when I open the door and turn off when I close the door. So I bought these. This is a small magnetic switch that you can get from Amazon, and it has, well, I have it upside down right now, let me fix that. As you can see here, if it focuses, we have a common, a normally closed, and a normally open. And what that means is that you can wire these in so that if it's normally closed, like my situation with my cabinet, then you would wire these two. And when that contact breaks, and if you're not going to be able to hear it, but basically when this is far enough away, there's no magnetic contact, that switch will change. That closer, it's too quiet of a sound. But basically, that will turn your light on when that's broken. Now if you were to wire it from here to here, this will turn your light on when it's in contact, but it'll be off when it's not in contact. To my knowledge, these switches aren't rated for very high voltage. I'm not going to try it out, so that's why I'm taking this, which is the adapter, the power adapter that converts 120 volt AC into 12 volt DC. Now, I am no wiring master. I have not too much electrical experience, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. But what I'm going to try to do is wire these three separately, because I want to make it a little more convenient for my wiring position and how the wire goes into the cabinet. So I'm going to wire all these separately and put wire from each color, green, red, and blue, and then this will be our common. So this is actually the wire that's going to go to this and be used as our switching.
I just thought I'd show you guys real quick. These LED light strips do come with these points where you can actually cut them and solder them in. As you can see, the RGB and V+, which would be your black wire, I believe. I just kind of loosely threw it in, so focus is going out, because I didn't want to have to cut and solder all those joints, so I just made some really soft turns throughout my cabinet and taped it in there. It doesn't look the most beautiful, but the idea was just to get some light inside the cabinet.
Alright guys, just to review a little bit, keep in mind the reason I cut all these cables is because I'm trying to run a jumper. So basically, I want to lower the unit and not have it actually in my cabinet, but I still have wires running into it. So that's the reason I cut the 3 color cables. But realistically, you could leave these ones alone and get into it and just go for this black common cable, because that's the only one you're really going to need for the switch. I'm using 14 gauge wire to jump these because it was the only thing I could find. However, it is quite large in comparison to these, and I would probably go for something along the lines of 20 or 22. I think that would be a lot easier to work with. Alright, just a quick little test to show you it is working, it is running, before I get everything buttoned up and everything. So this is the magnet. This will go on the door itself. And we have our switch, which is taped up. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but here we go. We'll just put it next to it, and it switches off. On, off. Pretty cool. Alright guys, I got all the wiring done and everything taped together, and you can see the lights running, all 3 colors. So, gonna give it a close, and so you can see, we still got light. And the light's gone, and it is turned off. The door's closed, but definitely turned off, and turns on the second I open it, turns off, and stays off when the door's closed. So that's about it. I mean, I think you could really use this for a multitude of applications, whether that be cabinets or drawers, and it's not an overly complicated process. I mean, these lights are pretty cheap on Amazon. You can find them from a bunch of different sellers. I can provide the link in the description for these. They're not overly expensive. I think this was about $5, so pretty simple, pretty easy. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or comments, just go ahead and throw them down in the comment section. Have a good day.